I'm writing my autobiographical book right now, and it's called Break of Dawn. That's going to be the name. And My Two Cents is the subtitle, because we made 2 pennies a record. 2 pennies a record is ridiculous. That's insane. Thank you.
That's brilliant. My 2 cents.
Thank you so much. So it's really trying, because like I told Cindy, and her and I were going back and forth. It was just her and I. It wasn't a real argument, but it was just her telling her side and what she thinks about Rona and fighting for Rona. And that's one of the other things that I felt too when I sent them the final email and I said, I'm not going to do this reunion. Not one time did anybody fight for me to stay in the group. And all I was trying to do back then was make sure we all made money. Because everybody else around us just, they were all rich. Yeah, the managers and our record company and the label and exactly the IRS and the agents. Everybody else was making money except us. And so all I was doing was trying to make sure that we got a piece of the pie. And you guys kicked me out. I wasn't being a diva. In other words, Dawn wants to go solo, because when I left EnVogue, I went to Lucy Pearl. I wasn't trying to be solo. Yeah. So it's very, very tricky and hurtful to be around them now. It just feels like they're my mom, and they tell us what goes and what we can and can't do. And I'll be damned. I'm not even, if I don't come into, because the other thing too, when we did the show for the Cancer Society, for that cancer thing, charity for Sylvia Rohn, they took giving them some, Don't Let Go out of the show. Don't Let Go is our biggest hit. Don't Let Go is predominantly me and Maxine too. Yeah. So they were trying to make sure that we didn't shine. And what happened? We did never gonna get it. And we shined anyway. I did give him something to feel, and I shined anyway. You know what I mean? It didn't work. But you're gonna take our biggest hit out? Really, you guys? It was just crazy. And they, again, that was up to them. They didn't even ask us if we wanted to do it or not. They just didn't have it in.
Something I've learned in dealing with other people is sometimes I had to figure out how to be less than my best to compensate for the insecurity of some of the other members. Like, Joyce is doing too much. Because I came in like as a bass player only. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Jim and Terry
my gosh, Joyce. Yeah.
And then Jimmy and Terry were like, especially Jimmy, he's like, she needs to sing too. So then I started getting little singing parts. And everybody was kind of cool, but it bothers people because they feel insecure when you assert the best part of yourself. And it was a mistake for me to sort of blunt, things I was trying
to dummy down.
Yeah. But listen, for young people, any people, never in your life be less than the best that you
Please don't. Please don't. You're doing yourself an injustice. Exactly.
And then they're still going to be mad anyway.
Right. Exactly. This is the thing, Joyce. We're all on this planet to be ourselves. Who said that anyone else has to be in charge of what you do or what you say or how you feel?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I really don't get it. And a lot of stuff that happened could have been different. It didn't have to go down the way that it did. I kept trying to tell them, like you said, when you speak truth to power, as they say, and what you're saying makes sense, they don't want to hear you. So when I was saying to them, girls, we're only making 2 pennies a record. There's something wrong here. We need to renegotiate our contract. We deserve more. It's like, shut Dawn up. Because if you don't shut Dawn up, she's going to wake up the other 3 and they're going to try to renegotiate. Go figure. You know what I mean? It's just insane to me. And after selling 28 million records, I was like, okay, because of that.
So I'm assuming in your biography, you're going to, I guess, speak in depth about, how you feel about things that happened.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the whole story. That's what an autobiographical book is you tell the truth. And, sometimes when you tell the truth, people think you're being catty or you're being messy. And I am not a messy person, never have been. And I think the public gets that. You don't see me, even when I did the reality show that I did, I was like, I am not going to do any of this mess. This is not me. And I didn't even go back for the last month of filming because I wasn't about to do that mess. I don't go there. There's no need to trash people when you have the truth. The truth in itself is drama.
Yes.
2 pages of record, that's drama.
Yes,
you know?
it is.
And other things that happened that I'm going to put in my book. But yeah, I'm going to talk about all of it because that was my experience. And I watched it and I saw it and lived it. Yeah, and I have it right.
Sometimes we, especially us, we as women, we don't feel like we're going through stuff and we're feeling like nobody's going through the same thing that I'm going through. And I'm like, girl,
exactly.
we are all
feel
getting
isolated.
But we are all getting our behinds kicked.
Yeah.
So women,
but not just us women, though.
And men, but we're more reluctant to speak out. So I'm like, I did what you did. I wrote my book. I've been editing it for like 8 months, but
wow. Yeah, me too. Me too, Joyce. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But it's important. People share your stories. Life is just about stories, and we all have incredible things to share. And there are some things that I share that are kind of embarrassing, but I know they've happened to other people and it will help other people so they can be whoa, she went through that crazy stuff too. And that's how people are going to be with you.
That's it. That is why even on a reality show, I told them I want to tell my story not because I want people to be like, oh, she's drama. No, it's because how did I get through that? There's a young woman that was when I was 22, she's 22 now and she's in a group situation. How does she deal with her situation? How did I deal with mine? And she's going to look at my example.
Yes.
And say, if Dawn could do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? So that's why I tell my story, not to be like letting people all in my business, because that's not it at all. I'm very private, but I feel like someone can benefit from what I went through.
Encouraging to rise from the ashes.
Right.
Know? And even your name,
Dawn. Yes.
Bringer of light.
Yes, exactly. That's right. New dawn, new day, new beginning. Yeah. I didn't appreciate my name until I got older. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't see the relevance and the connection to a new. But now I really, really appreciate it. I tell my mother all the time, thank you for naming me that, because she could have named me Jezebel, Crystal. Crystal would have been nice.
Yeah.
Leslie, no, but you know what I mean? It could have been any other name. And I just feel like Leslie's a good name. It's just not my name. I feel like Dawn is a good name for me, you know?
Dawn is perfect because you keep rising.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joyce. So do you. Your name's not Dawn, but you do the same. You do. Joyce, you've been through the ringer. You have been through the ringer. Hey. You came out on top, you know? You give me, like, hope, you know? I feel happy when I hear. I love the fact, because I've met many celebrities, of course, throughout our career, but to know you and be able to share stories with you, we have similar experiences.
Yes,
you know,
and similar hearts. That's what I felt first. I felt your heart.
Connection. I agree. Yeah. I agree.